On safari, the Maasai Mara, Kenya. The great wildebeest migration arriving from the Serengeti stands out as one of the greatest migratory movements of all. Based on historical data, here's an idea of where the migration is throughout the year. In January, the herds are in Tanzania's Serengeti, moving south from the northeast region and into the southern Serengeti. At this time, they may be outside of the confines of the national park itself. It is calving season. The herds are full of wobbly babies. At this time, many predators take advantage of the vulnerable babies. In February, the good grazing of the southern Serengeti conservation areas means that the herds remain in the far south. In March, they are still in the south, but the grasses have all been consumed. The last calves have been born, and the herds are starting to gather in preparation for the next leg of the migration. In April, the wildebeest begin their northward journey. Many have left already and are in the central and even western Serengeti. Huge columns of up to 40 kilometers in length can be seen as the wildebeest funnel up into the central and western Serengeti. In June, they head for the central and western Serengeti. The herds are there and getting ready for the toughest part of their journey. Come July, the river crossings begin. The herds have reached the western Serengeti. It is time for them to start crossing rivers that are full of crocodiles. In August, the river crossings continue. The wildebeest feast on lush grasses in the northern Serengeti. At this time, they also begin to cross back into Kenya's Maasai Mara National Reserve. The herds break up into smaller groups. About half of the animals remain in the northern Serengeti. The rest are in the Maasai Mara. Come October, the herds are still found grazing in the northern Serengeti and the Maasai Mara. In November, the short rains have begun. This propels the wildebeest to leave the now depleted grasslands of the Maasai Mara. They migrate back into the rejuvenated Serengeti. In December, fresh grazing sees the wildebeest clustered in the northeastern Serengeti as well as the southern Serengeti. Calving begins again. The predators move in again, and the cycle of life begins all over again. Our group runs into a black rhino that is resting in the afternoon sun.
Rhinos are very shy, but he's getting used to vehicles. But the rangers will come here and chase everyone around or try and find everyone.
Oh, chase everybody off.
Yeah, because he's highly protected, this guy. With those horns, each horn would be about $75,000. So he's got a good $150,000 on his head there.
Really?
Any rhino in the world now is under threat.
Okay.
And the fact that this guy is so famous, he's called Karanja. He's such a famous rhino.
Next, we run into a jackal. Jackals are medium-sized omnivores. They come from the same group of animals that also includes wolves and the domestic dog. Jackals are opportunistic omnivores. They are predators of small to medium-sized animals. They are also proficient scavengers. Their long legs and curved canine teeth are adapted for hunting small mammals, birds, and reptiles. The design of their feet and leg bones give them a physique well suited for long-distance running. They are capable of maintaining speeds of up to 10 miles an hour for extended periods of time. Jackals are most active at dawn and dusk. The jackal's most common social unit is a monogamous pair. They defend their territory from other pairs by vigorously chasing intruding rivals and marking landmarks around the territory with their urine and feces. The territory may be large enough to hold some young adults, which stay with their parents until they establish their own territories. Jackals may occasionally assemble in small packs to scavenge a carcass, but they normally hunt either alone or in pairs. This is On Safari.